Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today you are witnessing something pretty crazy happening for AMC stock, and it has to do with the options market. You're seeing the largest amount of option trades in a single day that you have seen in a very, very long time. AMC stock has like 20 or so billion dollars worth of option trades today. Guess how large AMC's float is? About 1.5 billion. This is almost 10 times more, a little bit more than 10 times more, of the total value of AMC trading hands via the options market today. This is actually next level crazy. Next level crazy. We've not seen this in ever, really. Like maybe when AMC was like going parabolic, going crazy, all right, during the rallies, the short squeezes, if you will, they were more gamma squeezes, but you understand the point. This has not happened in a very long time. We need to get into this developing situation, developing story for AMC stock. How are these positions actually positioning? Are they bullish? Are they bearish? What's going on in the markets today? All of that, we'll get into it here in this video. Do me a quick favor if you have not done so already. It is free 99. It costs you absolutely nothing to do. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Not because I give a crap about the subscriber number. If you guys want to share this information with as many people as possible, liking the video is great. That helps a little bit. But the more people subscribe to any given video, the more it gets pushed out. That's something I've noticed. It's a change. Likes used to be a big deal. Comments used to be a big deal. But now it's all about subscribers on a specific video. More people subscribe, the more that video gets pushed out. I don't create the algorithm. I'm just translating into, if you guys want to push this video out, that's what you can do. Now, nonetheless, let's go ahead and get into it. AMC stock is down about 2% today. This is not exactly great. And of course, they got to be mowing the lawn. So that's probably what you guys are hearing here in the background. Hopefully they get out of here soon, but nonetheless, AMC is down about 2%. Not exactly the greatest day, although it is a pretty good freaking day overall for the markets. Today, you're hitting the highest level on the NASDAQ that you have seen since January of 2021. Yeah, the simple fact of the matter is, or 2022, I should say, the simple fact of the matter is AMC is CEO Adam Aron needs to be fired at this point. Let's just seriously fire Adam Aron. I mean, he has done everything possible at this point. I'm convinced to see AMC stock not do well. The business may be a different story. There has to be this relationship going on, right? Where you reward your investors, you reward the company, but not just the company without the shareholders. You can't have that, okay? So Adam Aron has basically devised AMC now as a bank. And that's what it seems like to me, because the share price cannot do anything good given what Adam Aron is doing, diluting shareholders. That is very unfortunate, and I think he should be fired at this point. I think AMC stock would probably go up 50% the next day if they got rid of Adam Aron. This is my personal opinion, just because there would probably be no dilution at that point. Now, that could also be a bad thing. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I'm sure you guys would agree with that statement at this point. AMC stock would probably be in the 20s right now if they did not dilute shareholders. And then at that point, they could have diluted shareholders. Fine, that's whatever. We'd still be in the teens. But unfortunately, now we're back at $7.27 per share, down 2.2% here on the day today. The low that we have hit over the past couple of years is $7.05 per share. The good news, if you will, is that AMC is already so beaten down. You probably start to get some support, some demand coming in at these levels. That low is $7.05. If you don't hold support at $7 per share, if you fall into the sixes, I personally think you're going to fall to the fives pretty dang quickly after that. Now, if you look at the RSI is at 32.85, so you're already on the oversold side. It could get worse from here, obviously, but normally once you get to about 30, you actually tend to get a rally from there. So we'll see what does ultimately end up happening, but that is what I expect to see. Now let's jump over here to take a look at the option activity today. So I want to give you guys a little bit of reference. On Friday, you had 2 orders from hedge funds and institutions worth $177,000. That was a positive order value of 100%. There were 2 trades that actually were placed on Friday. Today, you have seen 37 trades placed, totaling $18.68 billion. About 10x the entire market cap of AMC. That's on a whole new level of ridiculous. Whole new level of ridiculous. Now let's take a look at some of these trades and what we're looking at here. So, a lot of these trades are massive. Massive, massive. Look at these trades. $467 million. 850 call expiring by this Friday. A lot of these are by this Friday too. Some of these are for December 1st, December 15th, but a majority of these are for November 24th. Some of these are further dated, like some of these puts, like March 15th, 2024, $5 put, worth $395 million. Some of these $791 million trade for this Friday at the 750 call. Another $122 million trade at the 750 call expiring this Friday. $142 million trade at the $8 call expiring this Friday. $526 million trade, $5 put, again expiring March 15th. $451 million call at the $8 call expiring by this Friday. Just massive trades, right? Huge. Take a screenshot of this and look at this for yourselves. Just on a whole new level of what we normally see. This is like normal, right? On Friday, these are the trades. Take a look at these. $162,000, $15,000, $13,000, $11,000, $13,000, $252,000, $52,000. Like the highest trade that you've seen over the past week was an order worth $236,000. You can't even find an order that's worth that low of an amount today. Actually, this one, December 1st, $8 call, worth $68,000. Everything else is in the hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars. Take a look at this one. This one is the only trade that's coming across as an unusual sweep. That means just they came in, they bought up all of the contracts they could. This is a December 1st, $13 call worth about $51.5 million. I don't exactly know why this is happening today. I could imagine why. Either 2 things are going on here. Someone is massively bullish on AMC and they think the stock is going higher like ASAP, considering a lot of these are for November 24th. Or you could say that they're trying to hide their positions by buying calls so they can essentially say, hey, we've covered on our short positions. Take a look at this. This rule change that we have been talking about for a while now, looking forward to, is supposed to go into effect towards the end of November, right? This news came out October, and this does have 30 to 60 days to go into effect. It says, new U.S. SEC rules to shine a light on short selling. It says the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission on Friday agreed to roll out new rules aimed at boosting transparency of short selling, the controversial practice of betting against stocks that drew new scrutiny amid the GameStop saga. First proposed in late 2021 and early 2022, the rules will require investors to report their short positions to the agency, and companies that lend out shares to report their activity to the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, a self-regulatory body that polices brokers. Short selling involves borrowing a stock to sell it in the expectation that the price will fall, then repurchasing the shares and pocketing the difference. Should the price rise, the seller can be exposed to potentially unlimited losses. Short interest in the U.S. market totaled $927 billion as of Thursday, according to analytics firm S3 Partners. The practice has long been divisive, with critics accusing short sellers of trying to hurt companies and short sellers arguing they help root out fraud and corporate misconduct. Short selling drew renewed scrutiny from Congress in 2021 when retail investors drove up the price of shares in retailer GameStop, causing heavy losses for hedge funds that had shorted the company. In the wake of the saga, SEC Chair Gary Gensler told lawmakers he would increase the transparency of the market. Given past market events, it's important for the SEC and the public to know more about short sale activity in the equity markets, especially in times of stress or volatility, Gensler said in a statement on Friday. The new rules require institutional investors to report their gross short positions to the SEC monthly and certain net short activity for individual dates on which trades settle. The SEC plans to then publish aggregate stock-specific data on a delayed basis. Such data makes regulators and the public better positioned to prevent or respond to destabilizing events, said Stephen Hall of Better Markets, which advocates for tougher financial rules. FINRA already publishes short interest reports collected from broker-dealers, but the new rule will apply to institutional investment managers too, offering a fuller picture of market-wide short bets. The new data will also include a daily net activity on each settlement, data not currently available with FINRA or the exchanges, so data even FINRA doesn't get to see. But hedge funds represented by the Managed Funds Association said on Friday the rules could expose investor strategies. Investment advisors will face more risk when selling short, which will harm investors, market participants, and market efficiency, said CEO Brian Corbett. You know what he just said right here? You know what he just said? Let me go ahead and read that again. Managed Funds Association said the rules could expose investor strategies. Investment advisors will face more risk when short selling. What does that mean? They're going to face more risk when short selling. That they could get squeezed out of positions. A lot easier if everyone had the same transparent data. Isn't that a shame? Wouldn't that just be so shameful to do that to them? Activist shorts. In addition to GameStop, the rise of activist short sellers who publish negative research on companies in the hopes of depressing the share price has also drawn regulatory scrutiny. Since at least 2021, the Justice Department and SEC have been investigating potential manipulation by short sellers and hedge funds around the publication of negative research reports. SEC officials said the new rules, which the commission agreed upon in a 3-2 vote, support the agency's efforts to police the practice. In a separate 3-2 vote, the SEC also adopted a rule requiring institutional investors and other companies involved in lending stocks, as well as certain broker-dealers who borrow stocks to report information about the loans, such as the name and the volume of the stock, collateral, loan dates, and termination dates to FINRA. FINRA will then publish most of this data on an aggregate, anonymized basis the following day. In a concession to industry, the final rule would see FINRA delay release of loan amounts by 20 business days. So some of this data will still be delayed, but it is going to be a lot more transparent. We're going to know who is short what, potentially how long they've been short, what kind of collateral has been used to back these short positions. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Why is the option activity so ridiculously high today? And why has these short interest numbers been so low and have been falling recently? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? It's just something's not adding up here. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Now, as far as the data itself, you have a short interest percentage of free float at 9.1%, $134 million worth of short positions currently on AMC Stock, days to cover 0.82, 18 million shares that are currently sold short, shares out on loan 13.4 million, cost to borrow 1.37%, utilization of 30.73%, short score of 54.2 out of 100. Cost to borrow max 15.41%, cost to borrow minimum 0.51%, cost to borrow average 2.72%. Absolutely crazy. Again, option activity 37 orders totaling $18.68 billion with a positive order value of 56%. Let me tell you right now, when I was filming the video earlier, I did not expect to see this number. Not at all. Like the last thing I would have predicted for today. So something is definitely happening here. Like there's no questioning that. Question is, in my opinion, two things. Either we're in for a massive rally coming some point this week, or there's a lot of short positions that are trying to get hidden before this data becomes publicly available. So really just will make you question the data in and of itself. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think a big rally's coming, or do you think they're trying to hide their short positions? I don't know how much more corrupt this gets than right here. I mean, theoretically, if there's 18 billion worth of option activity today, there could be 100 times that amount that is being hidden in short positions. There could be $100 billion sold short in AMC stock that we just don't know about. The short interest could be 10,000% on AMC that we just don't exactly know about right now. That is a big problem. So there you have that. Let's take a look at the Stock O tracker data here, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video here briefly. You have 2,000 calls currently in the money, 45,000 calls out the money, 18,000 puts in the money, and 11,000 puts out the money. If we do see this big rally by the end of this week, then it is very possible that you could see a gamma squeeze start to play out. It wouldn't even surprise me to see a short squeeze at this point as well. Let me know what you guys think about this information down below in the comment section. AMC stock is getting to that point of oversold where I do expect a bounce, but you never want to hold your breath. Anything can happen here. The RSI is at 32.74. The MACD looks very negative, and AMC stock just overall has been falling like day after day. Don't be surprised if the stock does bounce big some point this week, but maybe could have an even larger rally to come. Some of my opinions here. Let me know what you guys think about all of this information down below in the comment section. Hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel on your way out of this video. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.